Hello there, Wolfoss. I just now watched your other video response there, and something you said really made me think of something a little different this time. You mentioned how Final Fantasy XII doesn't have any character development, and that reminded me of something that does bug me about the storyline. You have the story centered around Vaughn, a 17-year-old, looking for his way, and just pretty much wandering the world, trying to get by from the Dalmascan Empire, a big oppressive empire. Why is it always empires are bad, kingdoms are good? That's something I've noticed a bit of a cliche there. If it's an empire, it's suddenly bad, but if it's a kingdom, it's good or something. Anyway, all that aside, but you got this main character who feels more like a support character. Vaughn is just like, hey, I'm the main character. Now I'm wrapped up in this big, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? This big, political debate or something, and Princess Ashelia Banargan Dalmasca or whatever is the one that feels more like the main character because the story seems to be more focused around her and Bosch von Ronsenberg than it does Vaughn or Pinello. And yeah, I like remembering their names half the time. I'm a bit nerdy like that, but what can I say? As far as gameplay, I do like Final Fantasy XII, but that's mostly because, well, I like Final Fantasy XI, and it's sort of a tie-in there. And I like the gameplay. I love how the quickenings look. It's very well animated and things like that about 12. But as far as story is considered, it's yeah. The more I think about it, the worse off the story actually is because there really is no character development there. Not really. And then I'm trying to keep this focused directly on Final Fantasy 12. You know, because I don't want to stray off to the other Final Fantasies this time either. Except for, I want to say this about Final Fantasy 13. I'm kind of curious how they're planning to set that up because I know there's Final Fantasy 13 coming out for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and then you have Final Fantasy Versus 13, which is exclusive to the PlayStation 3, and then you have Final Fantasy 13 Agito, or Agato, however the heck you pronounce that, on Japanese mobile cell phones. And then I hear one coming out for the PlayStation 2 as well, but I don't fully know what to think on that. It's kind of like this whole new Mythos thing. Like someone posted in one of the comments on my other videos, they said that they're going to do similar to Final Fantasy 12 and Tactics. They're going to center it all around Evil East or the world of Final Fantasy 13 in that regard. I don't know what to think about it, to be fully honest. Uh, but yeah, as far as Final Fantasy 12 goes, it really did bug me at the fact that Vaughn was supposed to be the main character, yet he didn't even play a tenth of an important role in the cast. He was like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm just a 17-year-old boy got caught up in this political debate. Oh, hi, Pinello. Yeah, whatever, like that. And then Balthier was the leading man, he liked to call himself. He's probably my favorite character in terms of story, but as far as characters I like to use, I tend to want to use Vaughn, Fran, and or not Vaughn, but Fran, Pinello, and Ash for whatever reason. In any case, yeah, you can train them all to be the exact same character if you want. I never thought of it that way. There really is no character development, no character differentials beside what they actually look like. And it is kind of rubbish in that regard there. Stupid TV remote. But, yeah. Final Fantasy 12, I like it and all, but it's easily not my favorite. It's probably one of my least favorites, but it's still good. And I got the collector's edition because I wanted the bonus disc that came with the history of Final Fantasy and whatnot. Because, yeah, I do like Final Fantasy. I followed it for a long time. And different things like that. I know so, I actually do have an NDS emulator for Final Fantasy 3 DS. It's just, I don't know, for some odd reason I'm not really interested in playing it. I did watch HC Bailey's Let's Play of it, so I kind of got my feel from that anyway. So I'm pretty good with that. But but yeah, I just really wish Final Fantasy 13, I'm sorry, 12 was just written a bit better. And one thing, it doesn't really bug me, but one thing another one of my friends pointed out was the character of Vaughn. He looks really, really good and well drawn and animated in the cutscenes, but in the actual game, he looks like he has some sort of a cyborg chest, and it looks kind of really sandblasted or something like that. Well, in any case, I guess that's all I wanted to say. Final Fantasy 12 was okay, but it could have been a lot better. You know, and about the whole title thing, I kind of agree there too. I mean, if you have a fully voiced cast and they don't want to say the character's the name, they could do like Dragon Quest did and have your name come up on the text, but they'll say, "Oh hey, Gov," or replace something with that. Or they could say, like you said, with the title system, like if they have a name, let them not have a name, or if they do have a name and they don't want to voice it, just have them record a certain title. Like if your title is the Baron of Bologna, just off the top of the head, random. They could say, "Hey, the Baron of Bologna, come here," or something. Yeah, that's a little silly. Well, anyway, I guess I'm starting to ramble now. So this is White Mage Serenia signing off, and have a nice day, dude. Oh, and before I do that, I actually want to say, in case people don't actually read my channel, the only reason my username is White Mage Serenia, which is a female character in FFXI, or I'm sorry, Final Fantasy XI. Well, first of all, she's a Mithra. I just wanted to say that she's a Mithra. Mithras, you can only play female characters, so yeah. And so my character is a White Mage, a Mithran female named Serenia on Final Fantasy XI. When I first made my YouTube account, I was only gonna make Final Fantasy XI videos or Final Fantasy XI related videos. So that was kind of the whole take, my whole take on that. I figured, it's White Mage Serenia, why not? Went with that, and then I just ran with it. And then I watched some of H.C. Bailey's work when I found him through Mario Paint Composer, which I also found. I actually found him through Tom Bob Blender, which is a guy who does actual Mario Paint videos from the actual game itself. And then I seen H.C. Bailey and the related links, watched his stuff. H.C. Bailey started doing Let's Plays, which got me into that. And then, yeah, that's what I've been doing from then on. So, yeah, that's the story behind that. White Mage Serenia is really just my Final Fantasy XI character that I was just made a YouTube account. Well, anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there in case people were wondering. Anyway, that's about it. Have a nice day, everyone. Take care.